Oops. Down by the bay. What's up, Leo? Alright, we'll go to live scene real quick. I broke my mic a little bit. I broke it just a tiny bit. Hi. How you doing, Leo? Hopefully, why do I feel small on my camera right now? I could just be, hold on. We'll just angle it a little more. Okay, now I look like I fit the box a little more. How's everyone doing? We got, like I said, I broke my mic a little bit. I broke off this piece. You can't see it because it's black. There we go. This little mouth guard thing that's supposed to help with any like P's or C's or anything like that, but it's broken. It's a little broken, and that's all right. We're doing the Stanley Parable today. I don't know why crowd control's on. Crowd control should be off. We are not. There's no Stanley Parable crowd control that I'm aware of. Maybe there is. Can we remove that? Okay, today we have the right tags. So sorry. Let's replay some of the things we got here. I have not played this before. So the computer is barely visible. Say like there, confirm. Barely visible. Please enter the current time. 8:54 p.m. for me. I like the chaos already. Let me manage my extensions real quick. Configure. I already have it. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to turn off crowd control. Oh, we can play with controller? That's fine. We'll play with PC. We'll play with PC. We can begin. I believe. Also, can you still hear me even though I broke off that piece? Hopefully it wasn't like a... Didn't look important. We are already live. Configure options. Crowd control. Oh, that's right. Can I? Oh, it is hidden. What is uninstall? Because we're not using it right now. Okay. Okay, now it shouldn't be visible. If it's still visible, I'm sorry. Let's start off with who I didn't acknowledge as new. Welcome in, guys. Three days ago. That should be all of them. You all are now Magikarps in the cup. The Magikarp cup is getting pretty full, and I appreciate that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Maybe we don't want YouTube music. Hold on. 1 second.
Stanley worked for a company
Oh.
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Alright.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy.
Thank you everyone who followed me in the past few days. That
And
should
then
be
one day, something
it.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh
No
no.
one had showed up to give him instructions.
Oh no.
Call a meeting. Or
Oh no.
hi. Never in all
Arr
his years
nar.
at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something
Arr
was very
nar.
deadly wrong.
Arr
Shot,
nar.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk
Fair.
and stepped out of his office.
You know, that's what I would have done too. Oh, we're in control. Holy sensitivity. Hello. Can I grab things? What is clicking my right trigger moving forward like that? Am I allowed to interact with this coffee mug? I really want to just carry around this coffee mug. I hate Mondays. Fair. Okay. We'll just explore it. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in! Let me in the door. Why won't it let me in? This is an issue. Okay, well, what about 429? Why?
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Let me back in! Oh no, I'm trapped! This is not good. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We want to go to the...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
There's an achievement?
Door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't
Can't
just
give-
give these merits.
I mean, that's fair. That's
A
fair.
measly
5 clicks? I mean...
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I do want recognition. I click button on computer. I'm clicking button on computer right now.
Satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Altruistic noble cause, yes, almost certainly.
I don't even know how many clicks we're at. Just give me the achievement, man. How many clicks do I have to do? I want in the door. Can you let me in the door after I do so many clicks?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to amount to something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. Where is it? Where's 417? We have a new mission. New mission acquired. Can I get in this picture? Let me in the picture. Does not let me in the picture. 417. 424. This is a nightmare. This is one of my nightmares, I swear. But now realistically, like, if someone else were walking through those hallways and they would just hear me going through, just rattling every door, 20 clicks. Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437? Alright. Can we sprint? Is there no sprinting? There's no sprinting in this game. There's just 437. Are they not in numerical order? Where's 437? Stanley. There's only one goal in life right now. It's to find door 437.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Stanley went through the door on his left. But I'm not Stanley.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Where's the employee lounge? Where's door 437?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay, we're gonna stand here and drink it all in.
Really so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Worth it. So worth it. I just really love this room.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy.
Don't say that.
His overall personality.
Don't
It's possible
say that.
why everyone left.
Wow. Why would you say that to me?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What's the game trying to tell me, guys? What's going on here? How do we crouch or something? Can we not crouch? That not a thing? Okay.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
It was an amazing room.
First open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wow. What are these blueprints? What are these for? It's a good floor plan. Let's get a layout of the building. This is like a choose your own adventure sort of game. Never played this. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion, will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift is 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust,
you know, I've had it.
But in his eagerness to prove that he's in control of the story and gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
That's right.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Are we back at 427? Right, quick.
All of his co-workers would... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement?
We're back. We're back in it, baby.
I can't just give these merits away.
We're back in it, baby.
A measly 5 clicks.
You know what we need? We need, like, lo-fi jazz. That's it. That's it. Let's go to audio in here and music volume to 0. Oh yeah, this is the Stanley music for sure.
You were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Where's content? I like this door. This is a good door.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I don't know if this is copyright free. That might be part of the, might be an issue. Sorry. You know, that's not it though. Copyright free. Jazz music, royalty free, background cafe music. There we go. Now I'm not gonna get in trouble. 417, 417, 417, 417. We know where 417 is. We found it before. 20 clicks. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437 is not in here. We're gonna have to go around the block to get there. So it's not worry. We're gonna take the left path this time.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
It's 413. Give me 437 or else. I will sue. I will sue.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I'm gonna sue.
Disbelief. Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to dissolve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworker. I was not done reading. Use slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a sick blue graphic in the header and throw some... Everyone is unique. You most of all. Thank you. Thank you. What else is on this presentation? Profits. What is hot? Number of slides on this slide. Slides, charts, and slides, charts. What are these profits? What do people want? Things. Rate at which charts on the same side depict the same information. That's fair. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please no more charts, please. I'm begging to stop. The boss appreciation minute. Circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. You ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself with more inch towards conflict relationship? This is too much to read. We're moving on. Broom closet? A broom!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
A broom! Oh, they've got a broom! Broom.
There was nothing here.
Broom.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Give me the broom.
To still be here.
Why can't I pick up the broom like in Skyrim?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Is there nothing to interact with in this room?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You are giving me more dialogue, so that's why I keep standing in the broom closet. Is there not? Is there actually nothing to interact with?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Have you tried making it significant to the story?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Is there a broom closet ending?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. Because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. With drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
All right, the music change was on point there. Drugs and hookers. Okay.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area.
Wow.
Instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. Alright, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. Guys, I died. IRL.
Ah, you too? Unbelievable. The mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Alright. Boom.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Oh. Why is his office so big?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, this is fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take this elevator. Just... Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. Of course.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
That just spark at me?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I don't know about that one, boss. I just I'm not feeling that today.
Though this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah. Do we think this is my actual death? Is there a way around it? You know, that would be a funny ending, but then we go back to the beginning, I'm pretty certain. Oh, okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
I can't jump. I can't jump. I can't jump.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh. Oh. I tried to jump so hard.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Are we sure? Because this looks like... What the heck?
For you long in advance. Death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh? Stanley's afterlife is just an office hell? Is that what I got out of this? The 2 doors, credits, office computers. Is this the end of the game? I feel like we're getting some extra lore we just didn't unlock yet, just by accidentally finding this. What the heck?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both...
That looks like a big switch. I hit the big switch.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
The only way to win this game is to quit? Is that what they just told me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Decided to go to the meeting
We're in
room
a rush
and
now.
Simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, we're going.
Yet there was not a
Stanley's running now.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
Wham!
to his boss's office. Hoping he might coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, he did. Haha. Elevator. Imagine we just took this. I didn't know the elevator was chill like that. This is a long elevator ride. This is a long elevator ride. Let me pause this music real quick. Since the elevator blasting right now.
Nothing but Mellotron.
How long is this elevator ride? What's the point of that elevator? I probably just did it wrong.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. he began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
You're close, close.
Yet incredibly, by simply
Yeah! What's up? Welcome in. I like the yeah.
he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hey, thanks for following. That's so nice. Oh, newly open passageway. That's right. This totally not creepy corridor that leads me towards a mind control facility. You love this game so much? Well, that's good. This is my first playthrough. I think I've seen some YouTube videos on it. I do like the sparks too. I just did the escape path and died that way. In and out of the elevator. That is fair. I'm gonna accept my mind control this time. This giant button.
The lights rose on an enormous room.
Oh yeah.
Screens.
Oh yeah.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Imagine it's like Megamind from Monsters vs. Aliens just shows up on the screen. He's just like, hello! Or is it just me? Please?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fired?
The number of an employee in the building.
Shoot, I didn't pay attention. Where's 420?
So many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427, employee 427. There I am. They are watching me. I have to turn back on the... Maybe we can just turn back on the game music. Actually, the game music a little creepy.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
they just came out with merch? That's crazy. Oh, look, a creepy platform. That's...
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
I don't know, he seems pretty accepting.
Control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, the destiny awaits.
The heart of the operation.
Yo, they got the Infinity Stones out here?
With emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over...
I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun to turn it on.
Would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would I? Would I? What's this glowing lava looking thing? Are these the controls? Console disabled. Where? How do I turn it on? Out of all your 17 playthroughs, I have never thought Infinity Stones. They got them, man. That's what I'm saying. You come into that first off. Where was that first cube? We didn't come in that way. We came in this way. Yeah, and that first cube. You're gonna sit here and tell me that those aren't the Infinity Stones, like all 5 or whatever. 1. Whoop. 1, 2. There has to be a 3, 4. You're not gonna just not give us 3, 4. There no 4? Where are they hiding 4? Turn it on by turning on the button in the facility power. But what does the 4th button do? Oh, that's 5. Where the heck's 4? They have to have 4. This is what I'm telling you right now. 4 exists somewhere. That 4? That's 3. Shoot. Nah, go back. There's
When
some.
at last he found the source of
On.
You didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Oh,
After they
shoot.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
In the
shoot.
event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Yes.
Your
Yes, it
time to
is.
shine. You are the star. It's your
1,
story now. Shape it
2.
to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than
3 was
what I
over
had in
here.
mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
3.
What precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
I think 4's up here.
What all this means.
We got this.
I barely know where to start.
4.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right.
Where was 5? Where was 5?
Die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Up on the wall.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit
Oh, 5, 2, 1. Is there a 0?
and then dying alone.
Where's the 0?
I let the office
Shoot,
empty
shoot,
around,
shoot.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this.
I'm distracted to listen to him.
Events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and
0, 5, 2, 1. Where's the 0? Where's the 0?
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These
Press
are
3.
precious
Press
additional
3.
seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button
3.
to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No, I don't. 0521 is
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
you're evil. You set me up on this.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here.
Goodbye, employee.
Blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you
3.
another choice? Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every
6,
second of your inevitable
5,
life
4,
from the moment we fade
3,
until the moment
2,
we fail.
1. Nah, it's not like that. I don't know.
All of his co-workers were gone.
It's alright.
Mean?
It's alright.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh wait, that one said 420. This is a good room. This is a good room. This is a good room. We need it in this room. We need it in this room right now.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Sad. You could have had drugs.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Didn't let me in. Didn't let me in. This is one of my favorite presentations,
There was
though.
not a single person here either.
Check this one.
Feeling a wave of
Synergize core value
decided to go up to his
expenditures.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Boom! Okay. We always go up.
Staircase, Stanley
I want to go
walked
back.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I know there's one from punching a specific door, but
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his... Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't trouble, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
this is very calming new age music.
Feeling soothed
Oh,
and rejuvenated,
yes,
Stanley calmly
correct.
walked forward into the opened passageway.
Press up. Oh, it doesn't let me press up. Wishing you had drugs now? So sorry, so sorry.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I certainly did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to fight?
Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Guys, we're going for the speed run. We're going for the speed run.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true
427, 427, 427.
each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Okay, we're shocked.
face.
All right,
Lives
moving on.
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them.
You would just ignore the escape sign?
Where freedom meant nothing.
Yes. Yes, I would.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring
Now
job,
if I
that his
press
emotions
off, I
could be
win?
manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to
Now you press off, you win. What does that even mean? Like, shush. Fair. We're loading in. Next room. Or are we? Oh, we're already loaded in. I'm just
Here was the
blind.
proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking,
Okay.
eating, working.
Do we think we
all
can
in one
actually
moment
turn off the
from this
power?
very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
You think we
For
can
he
solve
would
this?
dismantle the controls once and for all.
Click off. Are you sure? Are you sure? But we might be able to dismantle it if we just click on. WW.
Blackness
Win-win.
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere.
Is this actually the win?
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
This is the first ending?
That was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Did I? Because I'm a little stuck.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his
Oh.
skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow, he was happy. Never told me to exhale. Oh no. We're back.
All of his co-workers were, oh please, are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times, is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
This is a good door.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I just want in. Just let me in the door. It tells me to go to another door. Is that a
This achievement
a line?
meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
true. Narrator's gonna make me run everywhere. Do I still just click this door? Yeah, 417. But that it puts me through this door and then I can't come back. It's okay, we'll go to 417. I know where it's at. It's right here.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Now 437 is nowhere to be found because you go back, right? Four three zero. 428. We're at the wrong. Where is 437? 5436. Oh. Let me in. Can I, Oh. Won't let me in. Let me in, 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 let me in. Won't let me in. Awaiting input. That's fine. We gotta find a way to get to 437. Guess we're just gonna try every door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
He immediately was
Some
defiant.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let me in. Really is door simulator, let's be real. Is there like a master key somewhere I can just grab and have? Oh wait, it's 437 in here? 448? 447, 446, 445. Ah. Oh. 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 Am I going the wrong way again? I am. I like that emote.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room.
Yes.
Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now that takes me in a weird... Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. So this one takes me to that platform I jumped off of the first time, and this one takes me to somewhere I haven't been before either. So I think we'll follow this
Stanley was so
path
bad at
through.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's just rude.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Jump
here.
off to the
I'm not
lower
sure,
platform.
Really, I'm not.
I've already done that.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Oh, you mean
but the
that
fact
lower
is that
platform?
The story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero
I like that.
consideration
I
for
like
others?
that.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really
I don't have a
do
key card.
want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Give me a key card. Give me a key card. Why do I not have a key card? I'm an employee. The heck? Okay, okay. 2B3. I like how it's just key clicking sounds. 2B4. 2B5.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley wants a key card.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
What the...
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Red.
Right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Stanley, take it for a spin.
Okay, okay. Ceiling light 64.64.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say this game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking
Yes.
for critical feedback here.
Yes.
You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Oh,
Don't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
He is yapping again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Is this an actual leaderboard? 2 seconds? How did you complete the game in 2 seconds? Seven minutes, 37 seconds. 7 hours, 37 minutes? What the heck? What? We haven't been playing for 7 hours. Back through the third path. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. You did not let me in. Oh, Let me in. No. Oh no. Oh no. How do we glitch back? Quit the menu, come back in. They're gonna reset us,
This is the...
Oh no. Oh well.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Coded to reset, that's fine.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
I just really love the employee
The
lounge.
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe we did.
Enemy, really.
Also,
I realize that investment
you're
in
earning some channel points. You can't see them because I'm not affiliated yet. But if you do exclamation mark points,
someone you've been neglecting.
you should be able to see how many points you have.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
And then you
Now,
can
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
yeah. Okay. You can gamble those points, so exclamation mark gamble, and then put a space in between and put how many points you want to gamble to get more points. You can do, there's the exclamation mark slots, which has worse odds. If you need help on anything, just do exclamation mark help. It should list out a good amount of commands that already exist. And then exclamation mark store will give you all the store items. If you need help on it or an explanation on those, just let me know. They're there for fun.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through... All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so bad...
I'm just trying to get to where we were before I glitched.
This road you've chosen, well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Gambling addiction, that's right. Everyone here has a gambling addiction, and it's my fault.
Ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you.
You have to put it in the same line. Exclamation mark gamble space, like do 10. 10 points is a good amount.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Don't put points, just 100.
Work with me.
I'm sorry.
Nothing so...
Here, let me help you. It's, like this. See? And then slots is the same way. There is a cooldown on it too. I lost my 500 points. That's all right.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some...
Rah! That's a good one.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes
The
of inspiration
fire.
come from?
I like
How
it.
did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
They would need their own account. There's a 60-second cooldown in between. Let's see if it still says I'm 7 hours behind. Yeah, it's the same. This is you, 9,328th. Now, do we go through the third option again, or should we ignore it in case we're stuck? Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Absolutely. More
I nearly
leaderboards.
forgot I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the
Oh.
danger.
Oh.
To move him
Oh.
left to right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful.
Oh. Okay.
Endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
I get to play Rocket League in this path? I love Rocket League.
It becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Alright guys, next 4 hours. Oh, that's terrible. Do we just... I don't want to be responsible for burning the baby! I'm sorry, I can't press it anymore.
You heartless bastard. If you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me. Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of
Oh,
ideas.
no.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
Oh no!
I'm out, I'm done. It's over.
We
Thank you
burned...
for playing. Your input was
We burned the
extremely
baby!
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating.
Wait!
This game is about, Stanley. What's our backstory? What are our motivations?
Wait a minute! Yo, Squeegee, what's up?
Me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What is this? What did have a Minecraft door sound? Squeegee, we might have burned some babies while you were gone. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know what this game's supposed to be emulating, but it's recognizable. That's for sure. Isn't it like some survival zombie game? Right? I'm pretty certain that we're gonna get attacked by zombies. I'm like...
Oh, no, it can't be.
Firewatch? Yeah, and this is like the
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, Stanley, what a close call.
What a close
Get off
call.
That thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Thank heavens.
Ah, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh no. Yeah, we get to play Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this...
We're playing
is
Rocket
game
League,
design.
Javenger.
If you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
You did tell me, you did tell me.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here.
Oh
Is
no,
this
oh
game
no.
Sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ugh. I'm good at this game. Goal, big goal. Oh.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Hold on. What are you doing?
I just followed the ball.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Oh.
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I can't see. Oh, great. What? Doors? Oh, fuck, I love doors. Man, if we didn't have doors, I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I'd do with myself. You have 420 points? That's a good amount of points. Proud of you. That's the drug number. True. It seems like we're just walking around a construction site now, without a narrator or music. We don't need the narrator, guys. We can just put on our own music. There we go. This is more peaceful now. Comforting tunes. What's the goal of this game? Well, technically, we found the ending of the game multiple times. The goal is to, I guess, take the longest path until you die. I don't know. It's a parable game, so it's like a choose your own adventure to your death sort of thing. I am not sure what I'm supposed to be doing to get out of this. What just
I
happened?
wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it.
Gotta go.
Wherever he
All right,
is.
see you tomorrow. That's my next stream.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Thanks for stopping in.
Soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end. To make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Wow.
The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Very soon. Very soon.
I can wait.
Thank goodness. I'll just be staring at this blank screen whenever you wanna. Are you kidding me? We are back at desk number 427.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. That one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
They gotta let me back there.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What open door?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Alright, we pretty much did most of that side path.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Those were the
Someone
days.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley.
Is this a threat?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's been waiting? Who is her? Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like that he just threatened me mildly. Oh.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh
You need
gosh.
the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Oh
If you
gosh.
can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't have a wife. I'm Stanley. What is going on?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? You wanna come
Oh,
stay
true.
with me?
I didn't.
I'm trying to
There
make
she
a point here,
is.
Stanley.
There she
I get
is.
to see something. Come inside.
You want me to be a Minecraft only streamer? Do we want to do Minecraft for chat versus me tomorrow?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press L on your keyboard. No.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a
Minecraft hot tub stream.
of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Minecraft chat versus me, and I invite you to the server so you can hunt me down. She is looking a little pale, but I mean, at least she got, you know, she got them curves. I mean, like, we take a look from the side, you know, like, yeah, she's not too bad. I mean, yeah, she has a little bit of soulless eyes and no hair and is a bit lifeless, but all things considered, she got them dogs out. I mean, I guess we're doing okay. Anyway, it's time to press Z.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work,
Zoomed in on the feet. Hold on.
none of
I
it
got
would
you.
ever happen to him.
I got you. There you go. There you go. No, we're good. We're good.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
We got to fantasize about his own
One
job?
day, while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press V to spend time with the boys? We're pressing
So
V.
he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost...
Wow, they actually animated the clock. Press G to prepare dinner. G.
As he wandered through this
Oh.
fantasy world,
Oh.
he began to fill it with many possible paths and
Oh.
destinations.
Dinner's
Down
not
one
looking
path led an
appetizing.
enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Takeout night? Press T to tell my kids a story. Alright, listen up, kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head,
Mhm.
he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press J to tell your wife you love her. Ahem, wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
J in the chat for the wife.
The more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press G to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Alright. How long do we want to not do this? You know, that's the question. I mean, it is in the middle of the screen, so it's kind of bugging me a little bit. I almost want to press X to be at work in the morning, but I feel like that's going to kill me in my delusional dream I'm stuck in right now. You're pressing X? You're all pressing X? Am I pressing X? Alright, fine, we'll press X.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press B to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
Time to move on,
Same as
true.
Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed.
Please
And I tried again.
die. Just kill me. That's a messed up ending. I don't like that one. Do I have a keycard in here?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Where are they at, though? Oh wait, unmarked door. Let me in. Let me in.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Can I pick this up? Well, let me pick something up. Why did that look like a murder? Why does this look like blood instead of coffee? New content?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. That's why I got over here. What's in the new where are we going? We're getting new content. I like it. I like it so far.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh.
You may know the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Haha, that's funny.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
No way. No way.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable.
So, I bought the Ultra Deluxe version, if that wasn't clear.
The thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
We're just gonna...
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
So far, it is just an elevator. We are not freeing the magic card.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more
Thank you.
ready. Let's
Thank you.
do it.
So far, it's good elevator content, you know?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry for that content.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Do we do the last jump? Let me jump. Let me jump. I'm upset.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game...
Oh, hold on. We're gonna go to, so sorry, we're gonna go to store real quick. Lurk bait, Twitch fishing. One second. We're gonna add a feature real quick. To Twitch. What did you just clip? What is this clip? Oh no. Control C. What's the clip? What's the clip? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's bad. That's bad. My most sus moment. Install content, please. It was not my most sus moment. There's been worse. I'm sure. I'm sure. Not that. We're looking for. Oh, can we open it at the same time? That's the other question. Or will it get mad? Will it get mad? I should be able to run 2 at the same time. Yes. Which login allow the settings connect. So sorry, authorize. So you close this window, return to the application. Guys, I'm adding in phishing. As an extension. I'm gonna close this. We'll resume the game in a second. Hold on. Let's put on the elevator music. Add extension. Bait phishing. Like, yeah, for chat. Guys, this is an elite feature, by the way. I just want you to know that the time we're spending right now is important. We gotta go back to Steam. We gotta hit Palworld again. I think it needs to run on my computer. I think I can add this in as a... Why is it so big? Oh, it runs like that? Okay. Hold on, I'm fishing. Oh, thank you. I got an oyster, by the way. It really likes to do that for a long time. Settings. And I add this in as a resource. Okay, we're just gonna add it as it is. Application capture, I guess. Aha! You guys, in this upper right hand corner, use exclamation mark fish. You should be able to start fishing. Let me... Yeah! Also... Nice. I'm probably going to turn down that sound because it is. Holy cow, it's loud. We're gonna mute it. There you guys go. And then Squeegee's casting. How do I get it so it's just a circle? But you guys can I don't think there's not a cooldown, it's just you can't double your thing. The cooldown is however long it takes to pull something out of the thing. But I think as a fresh new thing, we're going to remove the Magikarp cup temporarily. We're just going to hide it. And for this stream, put that where the Magikarp cup was. And then I should be able to There's a lot going on with this. Okay, you know what? That's fine. We'll don't do that. Okay. I'm just gonna add filters on it. Add filters. We're going to remove background. Just kidding. We're not gonna do that. Delete. Add filter. We're not gonna add a filter. We're just gonna try and make it a little transparent if we can. It won't let me do that. All right, we're just gonna have a box. We're just gonna have a box. Box sits there now, and it's not transparent. And I'm sorry. Box sits in corner. There you go. Go wild.
It's just elevators.
Oh yeah, we gotta turn off the elevator music.
And jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Also, if you do exclamation mark stats, it tells you who's at the top of the leaderboard. And this works on mobile too. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Outdated.
Stanley.
Not Twitter anymore, it's X.
Anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, wait, our office moved. Oh no, it's our old hallway.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Why is he asking me to crawl into a vent? You know what? Frick it. We'll do it. This is like TikToks with the Minecraft / ASMR videos? What are you talking about?
Remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content.
You mean with like the side quest of fishing?
And how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
What the
secret.
hell? Split screen videos.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life.
Why is this low-key Skyrim?
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That's fair. I mean, honestly, I think chat games are fun.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Don't play for 5 years. Loving memory of little Stanley. Oh.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
It's games but no games. I get it. I get it.
A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
New elevator content? I mean, that's riveting. Original. But what's this creepy memory zone maintenance? Okay, it doesn't let me in. Person of the year? Why is it a little fuzzy? It's a nice car. The end is never the end. 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 People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed
You got a can? That's pretty good.
to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Oh, Squeegee, Squeegee, what are you getting? What are you getting? What are you getting? Great success, great success. Oh, rainbow fish. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh, it's open.
Give to go back, to have it all over again.
It's open.
Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Guys, I'm escaping into Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
The online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what
This is straight out of Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his trying to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Such as killing the baby because the button was annoying and irritating. Javendra, I'm not sure you were here when we killed the baby, but we killed a baby.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as...
Is this guy just depressed? Is he okay?
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer.
Oh, yes.
Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking.
Okay.
I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back.
An old PC?
Say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Did we just kill the narrator? Oh, the door's not here anymore. Let's just skip one more time. Let's see. What the heck? I don't like that. I don't like that. Press the button again.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain.
Am I just stuck in this psychotic room until further notice? I'm just stuck in this psychotic room until further notice.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never
there it is.
never the end, is 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 never the end.
Is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Wow. We can just keep skipping life. Nice, nice. Got a little garden now. I like that. I like that. Not as nice. A dark oblivion. Hello? Okay, I don't like that one. We're gonna come back up, you know you want to. No, Mr. Skip Button. We've lost a good friend today. Mr. Skip Button. He allowed us to skip through so much of our lives. At what cost? Oh. Guys, we're playing Dune now. I'm gonna summon a sandworm. Ha. Sandworm, sandworm, sandworm. Wow. Guys, we had a really weird daydream there.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Guys, we got new content. Like content that's new but twice, but like it's newer than last time.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it even further.
New
Which is
content.
why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
The end is never the end again.
With a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Some laptops in here. I like it. They're back 2 doors. Is that the theme for this one? 2 doors?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
You have to figure out a way to rig the fishing in your favor. Guys, I'm not even fishing. I'm way behind. I'm at the bottom of the leaderboard because I have not fished at all.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Button that says the name of the player that is playing the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked
Oh.
myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
There's no way this doesn't say, like, bitch or something.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in this button will say your
Okay.
name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of the feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping
I am
as
Jim.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the
I have
world's
lost so many women as
possibilities,
Jim.
and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I have no more dreams. I am sadly crushed by my career and all my dreams being lost because I am Jim.
Step forward and press the button.
Finally. I think I'm fully in the mood of Jim. Oh, so much better. So much better. You're right. You're right.
That was you.
That's me. I'm
That's right,
Jim.
you. Do it
That's
again, do it
me.
again.
I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again.
It's even harder the
Oh,
second
he got
time.
me. He
If
got
this were
me.
the only new feature in the
He
Stanley
knows what's
Parable
up,
2,
guys.
It would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button.
I
Jim
don't
should be
know.
trained
I
from all
don't.
of this
I
personal
don't.
validation.
I don't think I want to take a break.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person could be too much Jim. I'm putting the gym button away.
But I'm Jim.
Otherwise soon
But
you'll
I'm.
start to lose
But I'm
all
Jim.
sense of who you
But
are.
I'm Jim. But I am Jim. Bring it back. Bring it back right now. You bring it back right now. You bring it. Guys, I don't know if I can play this anymore. I fully identify as Jim, and now that that's been ripped from me, I don't know what else I can do here. Jim's having a breakdown. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a bit of an issue right now.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Jump circle, infinite hole. Where's the jump circle? Where they move the jump circle? I am here. Jump circle is N.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
I'm sad. I used all my jumps in the other jump circle. Where's the infinite hole? Free achievement is Q. If I get outside the wall? Free new and easy achievement? You did tell me to save some jumps. I know. I know. I didn't say you didn't. I didn't say it. It wasn't me. Where's K? Where's this infinite hole? Down the corridor. Over to infinite hole. Oh, maybe I should just look for the giant infinite hole sign. Guys, I know what I'm exploring. Exploring this infinite hole.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling.
Infinite
You
hole.
can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a meat. You see? Isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer.
There has to be a bottom.
The teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
There has to be a bottom.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
It's a nice hole.
That sort of depends
It's a really nice
on the
hole.
definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look,
Why are there cigarettes down here?
Here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as
Meeting at
need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe
2
you're
p.m.
the problem.
Meeting at 2 p.m., guys.
Look,
We gotta be there.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Guys, I don't know if that works for me. Oh, what do we got down here? Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. Thank you for that. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. The two of us. The lyrics. It's good Easter egg. That's our meeting at 2 p.m. That's also our meeting at 2 p.m. And this is a new mug that just happens to be down here. Okay, I think we can teleport.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
How funny would it be if we just...
Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I do like holes.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yes, actually.
Like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
I'm always back in the hole.
Become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep.
That's right,
even by
that's
the
right.
Max overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do, and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
It's not. I just tried to click it. I am sure.
I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Guys, this is my hole. I live here now. Hope that's fine. Why does what's this ominous music? How many fish are there to collect? I actually have no idea. Oh yes. Is this the whole ending? Don't point and laugh at Hole Boy. That's me. I'm Hole Boy. New perspective unlocked? We gotta try and do it with the music. Bum, 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 bum. Change my perception? Oh, hell yeah. Puppies! Puppies! Puppies are in the hole. Hole Boy has puppies now. Change myself.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh good, you're awake.
Aw.
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every
Jim was having a great time in the hole.
Don't miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle Pip? Did you just Toodle Pip me and leave? Please tell me the hole moves down again. Toodle Pip. Guys, next meeting I have to leave at work, I'm saying Toodle Pip and hoping that someone understands.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, we're jumping in that shit. I need that right
The
now.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold onto the bucket, many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable
there it
will
is.
feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You
Give it to me.
come to long for the gentle embrace
Give it to me.
of jarring cognitive
Give
dissonance
it
while the
to
dog
me.
is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
That's very
Imagine
Toodle
what a
Pip of
pain in
you.
the ass that would be. Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, Toodle Pip.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort.
Yes.
Even in the face of crushing despair must
Yes, I
already be
can.
sweeping through your body. And
It
in
already
fact,
is.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think
Oh.
just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thank
The
goodness.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Guys, this bucket is Mike. I'm Jim, so...
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
It's true. Am I supposed to vote? Oh. Get well someday or happy 12th birthday, stepniece? I think there's a clear winner here.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Okay. Oh, great. They just show up
Or
everywhere.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
At last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
This is another one of those if I just pull it enough. Alright, bye Javenger, good night. Wow, rude as heck. And I had the emotional support bucket too.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh,
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
thank goodness.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I think we viewed most of the displays.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go, version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
Coming for your gold.
The structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction,
I'll catch you.
This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. This is a long-winded way.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We're gonna skip the normal intro. Oh, that was an ending?
Gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, and the balloons. Balloons are in now.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it did. Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
Oh, our emotional support bucket. Of course. Of course. How could I forget? We have the bucket, guys.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
I know, right?
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for getting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
Thank goodness.
That sort of happiness,
Thank goodness.
God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I'm savoring it, that's for sure. We never went down.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Oh, wait a
He held the
second.
bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
It's true.
Bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me. He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was
Where's my
time for him
bucket?
to truly restore his sanity.
Where is it?
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I knew it.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course.
Of course. Of course.
A narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket.
If only he had his bucket.
He'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
Ah,
How cruel the world can be.
how
She
cruel.
hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work. For with her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way.
All the way to work. Wow. Remember, guys, if you're feeling lost in life, make sure you have your emotional support bucket with you. That is my favorite ending so far. I think we'll do one more.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I want to do one more ending on this, and then I think I'm done for today. I can only take so much of this loop insanity.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We never actually went through this door.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You won 400 points. Nice, nice.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. he wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's
Oh.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, we'll do one more ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait.
Oh.
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Oh.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Yes, everything.
A story somewhere, or a... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, alright. Trippy. Oh, this looks promising. It was not promising.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Me working with other people at work.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Guys, we won! We
It
won!
really paid off. So, Good
Big
job.
ups. Big ups.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right.
We
about this at all.
won.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Nope, you're a Kino takesy
I'm getting
backsies.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what
No.
might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Fair, fair.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later on. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
All right, guys, we have several fern in there. So glad we looked at it. It's gonna be very important.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
All right.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Apparently no lines. What the heck?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
I need my bucket.
How important we must
Bring me back
respond
my
to the
bucket.
opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well,
Where?
you consulted me. Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this.
That's
I
the
won't
5th
restart the game.
restart.
I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this...
It is truly a love story, you're
How do
right.
we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
That was a jump scare. I didn't like that.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just... Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, alright. That is the... That was an ending. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna take that. That's the ending it is. And I'm gonna actually end stream. Thanks for being with me tonight. We have another stream at 9 p.m. EST tomorrow. And that one will be a chat versus me, and I'll see about setting up crowd control for Minecraft. And we'll yearn for the mines together. Good night, everyone. Someone do a big fish on here real quick. It's gonna be doubled. I'll do it. Oh, no, there you go, squeegee. Big fish. Great success. Holy mackerel. Alright, see ya.